Welcome back, ladies and gents, to High Top Sports Oregon. This show is, of course, brought to you by BetUS. Although we got the Ducks versus UCLA, the Ducks are heating up and recruiting as well, landing themselves a big-time inside offensive lineman, which we've been talking with Derek the Duck, who's taking the day off today, about how important it is to pull himself in at an offensive lineman. But it doesn't stop there. Got some quarterback, some linebackers lined up as well. And we've been talking about this class. Could it end up being number one? What's it looking like right now? With a 95.41, I believe, has them as one of the highest rated classes in the country for 2025, sitting eighth overall with their brand new commit, though, an inside linebacker, offensive lineman, Douglas Uti, I believe. Flipped him from Tennessee, which is a Florida fan. I'm all for it. Rock and roll, baby. This kid's a good one. You were watching his film, Cody, 6'4", 319, and all I heard Cody goes, this kid's good.
Yeah, for sure. He can play inside or outside. He will probably, I think, with his athletic ability and footwork, I think he'll probably be pushed into guard at the next level because he really does out in space. He can pull really well. And it's really funny because he looks like a typical Big Ten offensive lineman. So obviously Oregon is changing the style of play and offensive lineman of what they are getting by going after this kid. SEC and Big Ten play about the same style lineman, right? They play big. You got to be big, tall, and have athletic ability. Some of the Pac-12 teams in the past have always ran a little bit leaner offensive linemen, like 285, 295, like 300 is tipping the scale. So it's pretty interesting they're going for these bigger kids. I'm going to tell you, he's probably going to be about 335 when he gets to Oregon. He's got the frame to fill it out, and he's just a very dense guy. I mean, he looks very solid at that weight that he's at, 315. So I think they're going to pump a bunch of weight on him, put him into guard, and he is going to do nasty work in the run game.
You got to believe the success they've had on the line, the changes they've made over the last 3 weeks, got to have an impact on this big time flip here. Thus far, they've got 4 from the state of California, 2 recruits from Florida, 2 from Nevada, one of those being Douglas here. Texas got 2, Arizona, Illinois, and Maryland all have 1, with 4 total offensive linemen. Again, we've talked about that early on in the season with Derek of like, where should it be? 5 and 6 is that magic number for linemen on both sides of the ball. Only 1 defensive lineman. Really love to see Oregon close strong. Again, early signing day is now December 4th, I believe. It's that first Wednesday. Typically, it's in the years past, it's been the 21st. And I emphasize it because it's no longer really early signing day. It is signing day. Then you have kind of the stragglers come in on February. But where you get the class done is on that December. Again, NIL, wanting to get in, get that cheddar early. These kids are graduating early too, which make it a big deal. Tomorrow, though, of course, we've got the Ducks versus UCLA. This show is, of course, brought to you by BetUS. And when you go to BetUS.com and type in the code YouTube150, you get back 150% on your first 2 deposits, then $125 on your third one, up to $2,000. So check those odds out. See who you like. Derek smashed the cover for the Ducks. I like it again for this game as well. So go check that out again at BetUS.com. Now, let's get into some other noise for recruiting because, again, with this is a big couple of weeks here. It seems like you're distracted by the games and whatnot, but Dan's got a big job to do. He's got to fill some big shoes. 4-star quarterback currently committed to Cal has received an offer from the Ducks. Well, why is this important? Why is it an offer a big deal? The Ducks are his dream school. And when he got that offer from Dan Lanning and the boys, he goes, hey, this is been waiting for this. He's been committed to California since July. So long time commit. We'll see how that works. Oregon already has a quarterback as well, I believe. This young man is rated just a little bit higher. Jaron Kiwi, I believe, 288 nationally, while their current quarterback, I believe, is like 300. So it's all kind of just back and forth on, who's a little better. The quarterback in Akil Smith Jr., he's 245 on 247 in 17th position wise. So they're kind of neck and neck on where they're both ranked. So we'll see. Again, you always want to try to double up on quarterbacks. It will be interesting to see if one stays, the other goes. Again, because that's a lot of quality in the quarterback room. And then, of course, the linebacker, Nikhil, what's his last name? I'm going to butcher it. Noah McKill, excuse me, is they're still pushing him. He'll be in Dallas this weekend for the Aggies game against Arkansas, but Oregon has not quit on him. I remember watching the watch party with Derek on this one. It was the Ducks felt very Duck-like up until that last day or two, and then Texas A&M really swooped in and took things over. Texas A&M has looked very sound on defense. This is gonna be a tough one to snatch away for the Ducks if they are able to do it. But we've been talking about it all offseason. Although the Ducks been kind of getting plucked from them a little bit, Dan is known for plucking what he wants at the end there. Cody,
Yeah, for sure. Especially with the linebacker, you're going against Jay Bateman that had up the best linebacker class of 2024. I would say of guys that even with the Hurricanes getting a kid the last minute, I mean the two best productive linebackers and Childs and
Miles Graham.
Miles Graham. That those two are solid players, so it's going to be extremely hard for the Ducks to get that guy away from Jay Bateman. If it was anybody else not named Jay Bateman, as a DC over there at Texas A&M, I say that it's an Oregon easy pull for Oregon. But that guy seems to just for some reason he gets some of the best talent at linebacker, and that's why
That's
Texas
what he
A&M
does.
won him.
That's his name of the game, boys and girls. So look, big time pickup for the Ducks. I know we're a little bit late on that one. Had some hurricane affected both of us. Cody's in Indy, and I'm in Florida. We're both getting hit by this thing. It's so dang big. So
Yeah,
we're staying
hoodie's
dry and
still wet.
keeping our power turn on as best as we can. Hope you guys enjoyed today's content. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe, and of course, this show was brought to you by BetUS. We'll see you on the next one. Peace and love, baby.